Let's take a call. Go to Tim in California. Tim.
Hey, Jim. I'm calling from Cupertino, California, to be exact. This is Tim Cook at Apple.
Wow. As you saw earlier, there's nothing my staff loves more than to surprise me. Well, here comes another one. I yet to see this one either. Take a look. Look, I spent 25 years getting this stuff right. 25 years on Wall Street, making all sorts of people rich. Now it's your turn.
When I first saw Jim on television, I couldn't believe what I was watching. Here was somebody discussing extraordinarily complex issues in a way which I presume 10 years of his success, the way he communicates to the average person, and not very many people can do that.
Mad Money has brought the markets into America's living room in a way that no other show has.
The important thing about what he does is to try to make accessible to people who don't live in finance some of the things that are critically important, not just to their lives as individuals, but to how the country does, how the economy fares.
And I'm not talking about the person who works on Wall Street's living room. I'm talking about the regular person, the guy who may not know much about the stock market, but who knows a little, wants to know more, sees Jim's energy and wants to feel it. And Jim jumps through the television into that person's living room and has brought the markets to America.
The message is get involved. What does Jim represent? Get involved. It's fun. It's interesting. There's sound effects. There's stuff going on. This is for you. This is for that person and that guy and everybody who thinks that the stock market isn't for them. His message is it is for you.
It was this notion that you can focus and learn a lot and make smart decisions and make money, and it can be all enveloped in this sort of atmosphere of fun. Like, we're really enjoying what we're doing. It's hard work, but it's fun.
Mostly what he does is he teaches people how to think about companies and how to think about markets and how to think about their own well-being.
I'm Jim Cramer, and welcome to my world. We call my world Mad Money. Oh, you never heard of Gerke? That's all right.
Nobody can process information like Jim, and nobody has the ability to get information from more places.
How does Jim's brain work? It's like a computer with millions and millions of inputs all the time that constantly has to be spitting something back out in a coherent framework.
His brain is beyond capacity. Like the buzzer's already gone off, like can't hold any more information, and yet somehow Jim finds a way to store it somewhere.
This is a guy whom Howard Schultz will email in the middle of a show and say, oh, by the way, that thing you just said on Starbucks, you should also know this about us. That just doesn't happen.
It's a combination of instinct and experience and the ability to just take a constellation of data points every moment and be readjusting all the time.
He's the curator of an amazing stream of information that's coming from all areas.
No one who can equal his breadth of knowledge and his ability to process information so quickly.
Here it's Jim's house, right? This is his house. This is sort of the living room, the man cave that I think the viewers associate with. And this is where he tells his friends, his fellow home gamers, this is where we focus.
Stock markets are complicated, but he uses language that we all understand. He breaks it down in a way that we can all get our arms around.
The show is really about the people who are calling in. The show is about the voices that we hear. These are the people who are sitting at home and doing their homework. Listen to the questions that you hear on Mad Money. They're informed and they're smart and they're clever.
And yeah, I think he's got the little guy in mind when he talks about these subjects. And as a result, I think he's respected by both groups.
Jim has transcended our traditional audience. What I mean by that, men and women, young and old, from corporate leaders to members of the military, college students, He speaks in a language that is accessible to all, and the common denominator is finding a bull market.
Jim's focus is 100% the material. You know, yes, there's the show, and yes, we know Jim for some of the effects and everything, but his focus is the material and the companies.
Jim has a touch and feel for the market like nobody else has. Really, probably on the planet, certainly that I've ever encountered. That Jim can see what is happening through that tape as if it is, Jim is the truth serum for that tape.
I think there's a solitary aspect to his work because there's things that only he can do. But he's very much a team player. And by extension, we are all sort of on Team Cramer every morning and every day at CNBC.
Well, working with Jim is like getting to work with your best friend every day, 5 days a week.
What I've learned working with Jim is that you can be better.
It's impossible to describe Cramer with one word. Loyal. Jim's a loyal guy. He's loyal to his viewers. He's loyal to his friends. He's loyal to the people who know him best, and I love that about him.
There's just too many adjectives to describe him. That's why there's all those buttons up there.
I mean, Cramer is Cramer. The word for Cramer is Cramer. Cramer made the word Cramer. Cramer is Cramer. Cramer defines Cramer. Who is Jim Cramer? He's Jim Cramer. Who is Jim Cramer? He's Cramer. Who is Cramer? It's Jim Cramer. I don't even know what else you can say. It's like every other word falls short of capturing Jim Cramer.
Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.